24 million passengers a year. We have the best baggage handling of any airline in Europe. But they didn't like our policy, we changed the policy.
Chalk one up for the AUC, and a rare defeat for O'Leary. Still, there are more tricks to come. So, I'm off the plane and on the ground, but Ryanair are still making money out of me.
To get to Brussels, I might want to hire a car, or I might want to book a room. Deals with companies like Hertz provide valuable additional cash for Ryanair because they get a cut of every deal that goes through them. They call it ancillary revenue, and it's another vital piece in the low-cost jigsaw. Me, I'm taking the bus.
You guessed it, even the bus pays Ryanair a cut. But how much does all this add up to?
The profit from selling scheduled air travel is 84% of our profits, and the profits from the ancillary services is about 16% of our profits. So it's not a huge proportion of the profits, but that 16% does contribute to us having a much lower cost base.
Even British Airways is beginning to realise that to compete, they will have to play the same game.
There's no question that the no-frills carriers do a very good job in selling ancillaries, hotels, car rental and so on. We are making a very concerted effort to get better at that, and it's another area where we can learn from the no-frills carriers.
I hope that doesn't mean the end of free champagne. Now, where's my bus? A €10 fare, and an hour later, and here I am, in the centre of Brussels. So, that's the Ryanair way. And it works. Last year they launched 50 new routes, and just yesterday they announced profits of £170 million. That's up by more than 50%. Surely nothing can stop them now. Nothing perhaps, but Brussels itself, and one organisation that cannot be called low cost, the European Commission. I've arranged a discreet rendezvous with an agent of the EC's Transport Directorate. They're investigating Charleroi and the six-figure sums it's contributed to Ryanair to use the airport. They think there may be a case of illegal subsidy going on.
What we've got to ensure is that there is no public authority which is using taxpayers' money in a way which will be illegal.
If the Commission does find against Charleroi, Ryanair might even have to reimburse them.
If we think that there are some illegal state aid, some discrimination, then they will have to stop maybe some of these advantages, including in certain cases maybe to reimburse them.
Ryanair will have to give money back.
We will see.
Clearly one of the risks to Ryanair's business model is if the Commission decides to outlaw what some would see as sweetheart deals. Now, okay, the case may just be about Charleroi, but there are a lot of other airports where similar deals are alleged to have been reached, whether it be Hahn or anywhere else. So, you know, if that happens, then Ryanair's costs change, and if its costs change, well, the price it has to charge its passengers follows as well.
If the EC doesn't get them, there's still a problem on Ryanair's radar. They've been so successful that now the big carriers are copying their business model. Even our favourite flag carrier is cutting costs, dropping fares, and going after a piece of O'Leary's low-cost lucre.
Market share figures show that customers are coming back to British Airways, we're growing the market, we're welcoming new people onto British Airways aircraft, so we're confident that we can compete in the future with the no-frills carriers.
Come on, if you think you're good enough, you ain't going to beat us. You won't find a fare lower than us. We will have lower fares, we will have better punctuality, we will have newer aircraft, and we will carry more passengers.
The Ryanair route to riches has undoubtedly been a success so far. But now, with BA hot on their heels and other new budget carriers starting up too, it's going to be more difficult in the future. True to form, O'Leary says he's spoiling for the fight.
We want to have competition every day. There has to be a reason to get out of bed, and the best reason to get out of bed is go and compete with somebody. This is the most fun you can have with your clothes on.